welcome to today's Daily Splat. Now today I'd like to talk about something that I saw yesterday. I had recorded this from Boxing Day and I hadn't got around to watching it until now, and it was a program called Skellig. Now I thought it looks a bit unusual. It's got Tim Roth in it, could be interesting. So I just selected it to record, and then I've only just got around to watching it recently, and it's kind of interesting. I had to do a bit of research into what Skellig was, though, to give you a proper context. Basically, it's an adaptation of a novel that was written back in 1998 by David Almond. I'm just reading the information here. It was actually awarded the Carnegie Medal in 1998 and also the Whitebread's Children's Book of the Year Award, and in 2007 it was selected by judges of the CILIP Carnegie Medal for Children's Literature as one of the 10 most important children's novels of the last 70 years. So, good book, and it was adapted by Sky One over in the UK for television, and it was a 100-minute film, basically. Starring Tim Roth from Lie to Me and many other things. It also had John Sim, who many people will know from British television. He was in Doctor Who as the Master recently. He's also been, he was the lead character in Life on Mars, so pretty good actor. He also had quite a few others that were pretty good. Now then, but yes, so Skellig was a book adapted to a television show, 2009. It was made and released. It came out here at the end of last year. It was mysterious, but a bit dull. The story is about a young boy called Michael who moves into a new house with his mum and his dad, and his mum is heavily pregnant. So they're moving into a bigger house, and it's old and run down. An old man used to live there, but he passed away. And they basically move into this house, and at the end of the house there's this horrible old grotty shed. And the boy obviously goes into the shed, and inside it he discovers a strange looking man who's just sat there slumped, like, well, basically the boy thinks, Michael thinks that this thing is a hobo at first, or a junkie of some kind. But as the story develops, he discovers that this is no ordinary person. It turns out he is some form of angel, almost. It's never actually explained what Skellig is, but he's not very nice. But he has these wings on his back. They're horrible and old and gnarled, and he can't really fly. But he has these wings on his back that he presumably could use at one point, and so there's a lot of religious allegory in the story. You know, is he an angel? Is he a fallen angel? Is he some sort of new type of evolved man? Is he some throwback design that we're not aware of? All these things come into it. Whilst at the same time the boy's family is going through difficult times. The baby is born, but it has a dicky heart that they have to try sort out and things like that. And it's quite a few things that come together, and it's a reasonably good story. But I haven't read the book, but I have a feeling that the book might be a bit better than this screen adaptation of it. I mean, Sky One has been adapting a lot of books recently, well, not recently, a couple of years back now. It adapted The Colour of Magic and The Light Fantastic, the first two Terry Pratchett books in his Discworld series, into a live-action two-parter. It's also done it for things like The Hogfather and Going Postal as well. So, you know, they've adapted a couple of books, but I felt that this story, it did feel like it was a novel in certain respects. Like there were certain jumps that were made without any real explanation, which I'm sure were explained better in the book. Aside from that, and aside from it being a little bit dull in places and a little bit predictable, it was actually quite enjoyable. The performances were very good. Tim Roth as Skellig, you know, this horrible old gnarled angel type figure, was very, very good and convincing. You know, he does that sort of sadistic type thing quite well. John Sim, I thought, was excellent as the dad, who's obviously going through a lot of stress at the time with the house and with his wife and the health of his new daughter and things like that. He goes through a lot of a lot of different emotions, and he's absolutely convincing, Johnson, as he always is. He was absolutely brilliant in this. You know, he had a really good relationship with the boy, and the boy who played Michael as well, I think his name is Bill Hunter. I've got it here, actually, I'll just check, but he was absolutely brilliant, Bill, playing Michael, you know, who's this 10-year-old boy who discovers this creature, and he's really, really good. I'm just looking up his name there, so that you all know. His name is Bill Milner, sorry, Bill Milner. And the mum, coincidentally, was Kelly MacDonald, who's been in quite a few British productions and other things, and she was very, very good as well. So yes, Skellig. It was interesting. Am I recommending it? Yeah, I'd say give it a look. I mean, it wasn't something I think I would normally. I wouldn't watch it again, is what I think I'll say. But I enjoyed it to an extent. There were certainly problems with its production. The production values were quite good, but the way it was put together, it was missing a little bit. I think that, having watched it, I think it would work better as a book. I may go and try and track down the book and give it a read and see what it's like. And if I do, I will let you know if it is any better. But yes, Skellig, I'd say 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 overall. You know, pretty good, but not your usual sort of enjoyable fanfare. It is a bit of a thinker. Okay, that's all for today, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye!